What was your first thoughts were when the announcement came out that you were named first captain of the Corps Cadets?
It was extremely exciting, but also extremely humbling. I worked throughout the summer with a lot of really qualified cadets, overachievers, go-getters, and the fact that I have the opportunity to lead and work alongside them in this role is just extremely humbling, sir. They're all just such great leaders, and I have the opportunity to be, sort of the man in charge, but I get to work alongside really phenomenal cadets and phenomenal officers and NCOs, non-commissioned officers. So I'm just really excited and humbled, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not as familiar with things. So let me get this correct. You're a new cadet, correct? And you're kind of lead? No? Okay. First captain. First captain.
So I'll be a senior, a rising first seed.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So for those of us who don't know, how important is this parade that you guys have, or this march? I mean.
This march back right here.
Yeah.
So this is it's a 12-mile ruck march that ends really 6 weeks of really rigorous field training for all of these cadets, and so it really puts that demand on them, and it's also a good sign of them accomplishing something and them finishing up their summer training. So it's really exciting for them to get back here, and this Saturday we'll officially accept them into the Corps Cadets at the Acceptance Day Parade. So they're going to be really looking forward to that this week, I'm sure.
David, maybe we could just ask you, you're from Michigan. Why did you decide to attend West Point, and what have been some of the key learning experiences you've had here?
Yes, sir. So I decided to come to West Point because I wanted to be a member of something larger than myself, really, and to accomplish something through teamwork. And so what better team than to join the United States Military Academy, where I'll join the United States Army and be a member of one of the best teams in the world. And so that's really why I came here, and the longer I'm here, the more I see just phenomenal leaders and inspirational people everywhere I go, and it's a phenomenal place to be, and so I'm so excited to be really the first captain and lead this amazing Corps here at West Point.
David, you get the last word on graduation day, but tell us about some of the responsibilities you'll have as the first captain leading the Corps Cadets and meeting so many of the VIP guests of the Academy.
Yes, sir. So one of my biggest responsibilities is really providing that connection between the Corps of Cadets and then higher leadership here at West Point. But in that role, I want to facilitate kind of the Military Academy's mission of developing these leaders of character who upon graduation will be the leaders of our soldiers really in the United States Army. And so that's a really big responsibility, and I'm excited to be a part of that and really just humbled to lead this Corps of Cadets. That's really phenomenal.
Any particular areas you plan to stress as a leader of the Corps of Cadets?
What do you mean, sir?
Any particular areas that you will be serving as an example for them?
Mm-hmm.
Any particular areas you don't want to provide them an example?
Sure. So, I mean, this week I get to really touch base with all of the classes, so I'll be briefing each class throughout this week and get an exciting opportunity to communicate my first messages to them as the leader, as I try to inspire them towards excellence throughout this year, working alongside my team of really phenomenal cadets. So that's really what my main focus is this week, is kind of really touching base with all of them and getting to know this amazing Corps that I have the opportunity to lead, sir.
Beyond this week?
Beyond this week, I mean, we got Navy in December, so looking forward to beating them. But really just focusing on that team effort, that we're all the members of the same team, and we're trying to do the same thing and accomplish the same goal of developing as leaders of character and building relationships and having good experiences that'll facilitate completing that mission, sir. Yes, sir.
If you want to maybe add a portion to help people understand a little bit about the process, and if there were anybody who kind of behind the scenes
Sure.
kind of supported you in your effort to become.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so the process is pretty rigorous, and I mean, even before, I'd say 8 months ago, I wasn't really even considering being a part of this, because it is a pretty rigorous process. But I had a number of inspirational mentors and leaders throughout my time here who have really encouraged me and helped build me into the leader who I am today. And it's kind of cliche, but I wouldn't be where I am without those leaders. So there's a number of boards which are really just interviews for the key summer leader positions, and then based on your performance and how you are as a leader throughout the summer, you're kind of evaluated, and then they select you for these various positions. So I'm just really humbled and honored to be here standing in front of you.
Well, since I'm from AOG, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this question. You had 257 old grads marching today. What is the relationship between the Corps cadets and the old graduates? And I don't know if there were any first captains there marching, but if there were, what would you ask them as you start your tenure to get their advice?
Right. So, I mean, really, our relationship with them is that they're inspiration for us. So we all have our 50-year class affiliates, every class. So my class has the 1969 affiliates, and there are a number of 1972 graduates out here walking with the class of 2022. And really, they're inspiration for us and mentors for all of us, which is really phenomenal. Something we like to learn from them is kind of what their hardships were and how they grew from them here at West Point, because there's a lot of tough responsibilities here at West Point, and so really learning from what they got out of their experiences at West Point and their military careers is really what we look to learn from them. So.
David, when you led the cadet field training, what were some of the skills that you worked with the younger cadets on over the summer?
Right. So really the goal of cadet field training is to transition our they used to be fourth class cadets into these third class cadets who will be team leaders for these new cadets really who are just coming in here now. And so really we're focusing on that leadership aspect and giving them their first formal opportunity in leading. And so that's accomplished a lot through kind of more complex military scenarios. We have a squad live fire exercise, which is just more complex than anything they've done in terms of military training. And so that was kind of the main focus, is that they have these leadership opportunities. This transition from followership to leadership is really the main focus there. So.